no matter what people tell me they have, there is a connection to whatever is going on in their body and their gut microbiome. I'm so confident of that. I've even had a lady one time tell me she has the disease that Job had. And my mind was, how do you know what Job had? Like, I never saw it in the Bible.
Right, right.
But I looked up what she said, and sure enough, it was gut microbiome.
Mental toughness. You got challenges that you're going to run across.
Welcome to another episode of Elite Psyche. So, Valencia, you know, when you hear, as we can talk a little bit about the science as we go along, because I saw a lot of science at the event, man, you know, on the product. You know, my years of experience looking at this, I know a lot of us, meaning our culture, why do you think that it seems like the science is not important to us? Like, I was with a company for 3 years, had a liquid vitamin, detox tea, which you know what that was. And, you know, the only science that we got was from the doctor that I had brought on my team. So the company never at an event brought a scientist in, never documented the science behind the products, never did any of that stuff. And people were so excited about it. But, you know, a lot of times when you show science, it's like we don't even want to check it out or either believe it. Why do you think that is?
It's a paradigm. And people live in their paradigm. So our paradigms say, don't investigate. We leave that to the doctor. And so when the doctor tells us it's good, it's good. Even though they also tell us how bad it is, we don't pay attention to that. And so when you have the opportunity to talk to people and you start giving, it's over their head. They don't even want to comprehend it. They feel like it's not in their space to understand how to handle their own illnesses. And so we are creating a paradigm shift. I happen to be a person who loves the science. I happen to be a person who enjoys learning at that level. I can't say I was always that way, but now I love being able to tell people whatever you have going on, take the time to Google it and see if what I'm saying is true. And I've done it hundreds of times, Tony, and no matter what people tell me they have, there is a connection to whatever is going on in their body and their gut microbiome. I'm so confident of that. I've even had a lady one time tell me she has the disease that Job had. And my mind was, how do you know what Job had? Like, I never saw it in the Bible.
Right, right.
But I looked up what she said, and sure enough, it was gut microbiome. And so we have to, I don't know, I don't think we have to scare people, but we have to give people truth. We all have a disease inside of us, a health condition waiting to manifest. We just don't know it. And because people want instant results, they want to pop a pill and feel it. They want to see something immediate. We're not in the culture of taking care of ourselves. In fact, we are in the culture of getting sick. We eat wrong. Everything that they sell, true story, this weekend, I ate just a whole lot of sugar. And because I've changed the consistency of my gut microbiome, my body couldn't even handle it. I had 3 cookies. 3 big cookies, I will say. They were
you were at the cookie place. Was it DoubleTree?
Those cookies were so good. But at home, I don't even crave it like I used to. And it's just, you know, we're all messed up. And just accept it and then learn how to get your body working. We're just like a car, any kind of machine. We are the greatest form of technology on the planet. We take better care of our cars than we do our bodies. We leave that to the man in the white coat. And so it's a paradigm shift to say, you know, let me see if what they're saying is true. And anybody who wants to can validate everything we say.
So what do you say, Dr. Demir, about the science, you know, why we look at it, how we look at it?
You know what it is? That's one of the reasons why I tell folk all the time, listen, you don't have to go into all the details of it. Your body will have its own conversation with what it understands. You see, I just believe that, and this is just what I believe. We came from the earth. Plant life, it comes from the earth. And so there's a direct connection. Your body understands plant life. And plant life understands your body because it's like we're two of the same. One, we're both living organisms. One just happened to be one way and one happens to be the other way. But we get each other. And so when you give somebody these products, which by the way is all plant life, it's all natural, your body is going to understand that. Those microbial cells, they're beginning to have conversations that we don't even know that's going on. You know what I'm saying? And so y'all see that clock in the background. But anyways, Tony's clock. I tell you, Valencia. On these Tonys. So anyway, it will have its own conversation, and you will see for yourself that it did. It will, because Valencia, no matter how much science she would have shared with me, and she did not go into all the details of that, it was just try it. I don't know, to me, just try it. And that's what I did. I tried it. I put it in my system. She couldn't come there and do that piece for me. I tried it and it worked. It worked. And I've seen the same thing happen for so many people. Tony, there was a lady at the event, and I don't know if you saw her, Minister Dale out of North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina. You saw her, right? The first event that Valencia and I did in Charlotte, North Carolina, this woman was there, and she was blind. And this may sound crazy.
Yeah, you about to hit us with one.
Yeah, he was blind. And once again, I'm not making any claims,
Right.
but you give the body what the body understands, the body can go to work on its behalf. I promise you. And so she said that she was blind and she's not supposed to see again. But guess what? She started using the products, and her eyesight, I like to say it this way, it came back on. She started seeing colors. She stood up in a meeting and she started pointing at different things and saying, well, look at this color. This is that color. She told me what I had on, the colors that I was wearing. And for her, it was a big deal. And for those that were listening, it was a big deal too. But you might have somebody that might be skeptical. I don't believe it. And that's fine. You see, there's another young man that was in St. Croix during the meeting. And this little boy, 7 years old, had 2 seizures and he lost sight in his right eye. His mom, only thing she had, the doctors told her that it was never going to come back. The sight wasn't going to come back on. She showed her the x-rays and whatnot, and the vein had detached a little bit. And that just be lucky that he didn't go blind completely, that he still got sight in his left eye. Guess what? After being on these plant-based products, all natural products, organic, ethically sourced, guess what? 4 months, his sight came back on. That right eye came back on. And so you hear stories all the time from people. And so can they all be lying? Can they all be being dishonest? Either way you want to cut it. The bottom line is it works.
That's
and
right.
It's not rocket science. It's not. It's just plant life. You know, and one thing I remember hearing her say in the very first presentation I heard, she said, she quoted a quote from the father of modern medicine. Now, talking about Hippocrates. I call him Dr. Hippocrates. He said, all disease begins in the gut. And then he said, let food be thy medicine. Think about this. I want y'all to think about it. I'm Valencia's from Brooklyn, New York, but I grew up in South Carolina. And I know Valencia knows this because she used to hang out in South Carolina in her teenage years. You might have been in South Carolina too. But my grandmother thought she was the doctor. She thought she was the doctor. I used to pray, Lord, please don't let me break my leg, because I do not want them trying to put no piece of wood and no duct tape around my leg, and my leg don't come back together like it's supposed to. But she used to wrap our heads with collard greens whenever you had a fever. She used to wrap our feet with different greens. And she said it was going to pull the fever out. How does she know these things? How does she know what to put with what to boil it and give it to us to drink to clean us out? How does she know? They knew these things. We've just gotten away from it. And we would just go back to plant life. A lot of people will get the benefits that they've been looking for. It's right here. Right here. It's given to us. So I know I talk a lot. I'm sorry, y'all.
No. We want to get the information.
I want to just add to what you're saying, Dr. Tamia. You know, a lot of people, when somebody says they're blind, it doesn't always mean they can't see. It means they don't see like they used to. Because I've experienced it in my family. My uncle was 100% blind from diabetes. But today he can drive a car. And you have to ask yourself what happened. So I started asking doctors, and there is reasons. This when the, I guess let's call it the blood vessels, when they swell up, you
Mhm.
can't see. So if you can get some of that inflammation out, it is possible. Now, somebody who listens, they'll say, "Oh, they're trying to sell that product." No, we're not. But I love what Tamia said. I don't even tell people try it. I say use it. There are so many people who will try it, and based on taste, they won't want to take it. But
Mhm.
Tamia, I'm not a Southerner, but I know when my mom was really sick, somebody went and found some kind of root from a tree and put it in gin, and she started taking it. And doctors told her that 95% chance she was going to die. She had sarcoidosis. My mom had to stop teaching at the time. And because she used something natural, she was able to get back to a state of health. So when people want to know, well, can I take it with medicine? And can I do that? It's food. So if the common sense can kick in, and see, medicine is not common sense. But if common sense kicks in, there'd be nobody who would say, I don't want to take this product. It only makes sense. Give the body what the body. I go all the way back to the Bible. Let every tree of the garden serve as food for you. Everybody has heard that. But we are so far that we don't even like this. Somebody was saying yesterday, a doctor was saying, we don't even like the taste of lettuce. We got to drench it in salad dressing. We don't like real food. Therefore, we don't consume it. And it's making us sick. We're the sickest nation on the planet.
Yeah, I hear
not third world, but I'm talking about advanced, developed countries. We're doing pretty bad.
Right. Well, most of the food can't even go in other countries. They don't like we banning this. But make sure that you like and subscribe and hit the all button and all that kind of stuff, because we're going to have a lot of good interviews on this podcast.